In a small town America, where neighbors exchanged pies, recipes, and trust was given, no one suspected that death itself might wear the face of a loving grandmother. Yet, that's exactly what happened in the case of Nannie Doss, a woman who became infamous for the crimes that would earn her the chilling nickname, the Giggling Granny. The story begins in the 1940s in a sleepy rural communities where the scent of apple pie wafted from windows and children played carefree in the streets. Nanny Doss seemed like a figure plucked from a Norman Rockwell painting, present, chatty, and always ready to share a joke. She loved her family, or so it seemed. But behind closed doors, Nanny harbored a little secret. She had a taste for arsenic and a penchant for insurance policies. Her first victims were the people closest to her, family members who trusted her implicity. First, her husband fell ill after dinner, his symptoms eerily resembling food poisoning. Then, her two grandchildren passed under mysterious circumstances. Each time, Nanny's infectious giggle echoed through the grief-stricken homes. She was always laughing, one neighbor later recalled. But looking back, it wasn't joy, it was something much darker. As years passed, Nanny moved from town to town, weaving a sinister pattern of love and loss. She married four more times, each husband meeting an untimely and suspicious demise. While communities mourned with her, Nanny collected life insurance payouts, leaving authorities baffled by the bizarre coincidences. Investigators began noticing the odd pattern, but Nanny was cunning, masking her crimes under the guise of tragic accident. She even joined a Lonely Hearts column, targeting vulnerable men with promises of companionship. Those who fell for her charms unknowingly signed their own death warrants. Law enforcement was struggling. They were initially reluctant to suspect the cheerful grandmother of such heinous acts, but for years Nanny stayed one step ahead, her laugh lingering in the wake of every death. But cracks began to form in her carefully constructed facade. A toxicology report revealed arsenic in the system of one of her victims. Authorities examined more bodies, uncovering a chilling pattern. It wasn't just the men in her life. Nanny had poisoned her own mother, her sister, and her own nephew. In 1954, Nanny was finally arrested after attempting to poison her fifth husband, Samuel Doss, with a lethal dose of arsenic in his coffee. Unlike her previous crimes, Samuel survived long enough to implicate her. When questioned by police, Nanny confessed to the murders, but her demeanor remained shockingly unrepentant. I was just tired of their nonsense, she said, giggling as she recounted the details of each crime. Her trial became a national spectacle. The jury, horrified by her lack of remorse, quickly convicted her. Nanny was sentenced to life in prison, where she spent the rest of her days, reportedly still smiling and joking with the guards. Nanny Doss confessed to killing 11 family members, though the true number of her victims remain unknown. Her legacy serves as a chilling reminder that evil can wear the most unassuming face. In the quietest corners of our world, darkness often lurks behind the brightest smiles and giggles.